All right, so ever since the drop of the 10.0 update, I've had a lot of people hitting me up asking if this new uniform for Anti-Man is actually worth buying, because like many of you guys, I've been a big fan of Anti-Man ever since he got added to the game in 2017, despite how he got added to the game where he was basically one of the hardest characters to acquire and you had to initially spend money to gamble to get him. Then they made him available through the crafting system. However, you can only get a very limited amount of his biometrics, rarely, and then it takes you a long time to rank this guy up and then tier 2 him. He's been trapped at tier 2 for a very long time. So many of us were hoping that when he finally got tier 3 in a new uniform, he would be quite impactful to the game, whether it's for PvE or PvP, simply because he's one of the rarest characters to acquire and build in the game. Not quite a tier 2 native, but he should be, I would say, somewhere close to that kind of power level based on how hard he is to acquire. And then also his uniform, since it requires biometrics that are extremely rare, also very difficult is to acquire. It's going to take you a long time to rank up the uniform if you don't have uniform rank up tickets. So does Anti-Man live up to our expectations? Answer, short answer, simple answer, in my opinion, no. Hell freaking no. I think he's actually quite underwhelming, and that's a damn shame. I would love it if they would make him tier 4able at some point, because he feels lackluster. I tested him briefly in PvE and I was so disappointed that I didn't even bother to make a video. If you guys want to see that, smash the like button. If we get up to like 400 likes, I'll go ahead and I'll take my PvP CTP off of him and show you guys how he performs with either a CTP of energy or a CTP of rage, which it seems like he's designed for because of how his skills play out. So Anti-Man is right now in a, I would say, a similar place to where he was before he got this uniform and the tier 3. Not quite useful enough to do anything outside of Shadowland and Alliance Conquest. Not what anyone wants to hear. I think he has one of the best leaderships in the game, 60% attack and 30% HP. That's amazing, especially if you want to use him in PvP. Only thing he's missing is debuff removal, right? So you put a debuff removal support character on a team like Angel, like Strife, like Wasp, and you know you're looking at a pretty powerful attack lead with the debuff removal. If the other characters can pull their weight, you might be able to pull off something in Alliance Conquest. With Timeline Battle, I'm not sure. I'm going to show you guys how he performs right now, because Timeline is overrun with really powerful tier 4 characters, and I don't think he's there. His 4-star passive is mediocre as hell. I don't know why they didn't make this stronger. 6% HP and a barrier that protects you for 1 hit for 2 seconds. So basically 2 hits. That's terrible, okay? Granted, he's not a tier 2 native like somebody like Thanos, but guys, look at Thanos' 4-star passive, okay? By contrast, 20% of his HP every 1 second, and it's just like his. It's 2-second cooldown and it's when he's hit. Now, I'm not saying he should have a passive that's as powerful as Thanos, but yo, give him 10-15% on the same 5-second cooldown. I could rock with that, right? But 6%, bro? That's trash. That's trash. That's not gonna do nothing for him. Now, granted, he did get a decent heal on his 5th skill here, but it's a 7.5-second cooldown for Timeline Battle, bro. When you're going up against the likes of Silver Surfer, Adam Warlock, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Madeline, Hulk, Thanos, bro. Most cases, you're not gonna make it to 7 seconds to get off this heal, dog. And this little 6% ain't gonna be enough for you to out heal all the damage that these guys are dishing out at such a rapid pace. Okay, they definitely did some work to his kit, but I don't think they went far enough. His tier 2 passive is really good. Critical damage, guaranteed critical rate, skill damage, bonus damage is very good, and his uniform also very good, but I don't think his skills hit hard enough. Yeah, super armor, all defense, incapacitation, and damage reduction. So you're looking at this uniform and it's a lot of really good buffs for him, but I really don't think it's gonna be enough to take him out of the obscure position that he was in previously. And I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna put him on this team right here. I'm gonna use his own leadership with the Wasp because he doesn't have debuff removal, so we're gonna have to take advantage of her tier 2 passive and give him a little bit more HP, right? 20% on top of the 30%. That's a lot of HP we're looking at right now, right? So 110. That's not too bad, right? You look at somebody like Thanos at 130, but look at Thanos' defenses and attack stats. Granted, we're using his leadership, so 73, not too bad, but the defenses just aren't there. I don't think he's gonna do anything for you in timeline battle, but he could surprise. I know he's level 70, but we've seen characters that have come in and do work at level 70. Granted, they're usually tier 3 natives or tier 2 natives at least that get tier 3. People like Black Swan or people like Madeline, etc. can do okay at tier 3. And I think that should have been the case with this guy, considering his uniform is expensive to upgrade, he's hard to attain and rank up and then tier 2. So there's just so many things that should have been factored into this character's power level that I don't think they took into consideration. So this is the build overall. We got a bunch of HP and attack. He doesn't really need anything else. It's super easy to max out his stats. Don't watch the critical rate because he has a critical rate buff in his kit. And we don't have the artifact obviously, and the uniform's at mythic, and you've seen the options and the stats that come along with it. So let's jump into timeline and see what he can do, and then you guys give me your honest feedback on him in the comment section. Am I underplaying his power level? So we're just gonna work our way down the top 10 or 15 players in timeline battle and give this guy a chance to impress us. I'm not gonna touch the controls. I'm gonna just basically let autoplay do its thing. We're not gonna have him pop out right away because he would just automatically get dummied by Thanos one skill. So I'm gonna give him a chance to get his skills off cooldown and then see if he can actually do anything. Right, since he has the authority, hopefully, yeah, he doesn't even pop. You see what I'm talking about, bro? Like, oh my god. Yeah, so let me give him one more shot. I'm gonna do 2 fights against everybody and then just like call it from there. I don't know what they were thinking, because like in PvE he doesn't seem that good, and he has guaranteed critical rate and critical damage, so it looks like he was supposed to be for ABX or something, or ABL, but bro, we have Thanos. I'm saying we have Loki. Like, they're tier 4able. Like, what do you mean? Anyways, let me jump over here and go against the second guy. So that's a tier 4 Sentry and a Thanos. You guys think I should be using a different team? I wanted to use his leadership to give him as much attack and HP as possible. I think attack, HP, and the damage reduction from Colossus is a good setup for him. I just want to see if he can kill somebody. Like, he doesn't look like he can kill anybody. So if he can't kill any of the PvP metas in timeline, not even once, then he's like a 3rd slot on an ACT, bro, and that's bad. This is like, I don't want to say the Echo situation. I think this is worse than the Echo situation, because at least Echo can go to level 80 and tier 4. I'm looking at this and I regret buying the uniform already. I should have just waited until the next major update and then used the pink tickets, the free ticket. I didn't free, whatever. I have a couple of those pink tickets that I got way back when I was big whaling that I never get an opportunity to use because I always buy uniforms when they come out. And what I'm gonna start doing is when a uniform is trash or don't move the needle at all, I'm gonna just do what I did with Echo and just not buy it in that major update and wait. And maybe if the sales drop off a cliff for uniforms like Ant-Man and Echo and others, then they'll actually start paying attention and do more. Because like, bro, just giving this man a reskin and a freaking tier 3 that doesn't do anything anywhere is dumb, bro. Like, the leadership is dope, but you think I'm gonna use this man's leadership in timeline in place of freaking Sentry, Silver Surfer? Yeah, are you mad, bro? Like, Jesus Christ, every single one of these teams are the same. That's the thing that sucks about freaking timeline, bro. All these clones had to do was make it so you can only use these guys once a day, bro, or once a week, and force people to use other characters, man. Maybe then he would have a chance, you know? But when he's tier 3 and they're tier 4, he ain't got a freaking chance. All he's gonna do is get worked over constantly, bro. I think this is worse than the Blue Marvel situation, because at least when Blue Marvel got his upgrade, he was at least getting some play. I really want to fight something different, but there's literally nothing different. Okay, there's an Atom, but we're not even gonna get to the freaking Atom Warlock. This has got to be one of the most disappointing upgrades for me in a long time. Like, we waited like 7 years for this man to get a uniform on a tier 3, and you literally can't use him anywhere except Shadowland. Like, all you can do with him is play some Shadowland stage, actually one Shadowland stage a week. And if you don't play Alliance Conquest, that's it. Just think about this. Okay, I'm done with the timeline because, like, bro, he's just getting destroyed. He's ranked 160, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense. So just think about this for a second. They gave this man iframe ignore, right? He doesn't live long enough to freaking use the skill that is on. Big red flag. A character like Angel that was on the cusp of being good enough for a timeline battle. Where is this guy? We begged for him to actually get iframe ignore so he could be useful in timeline battle. They refused to give him iframe ignore. I can't even find him right now. Where's my Angel? Here he is. I don't know why he's all the way down there. This is not fucking sorted properly, but whatever. So a character like Angel that was on the cusp because of his artifact and just how his kit plays out, was on the cusp of being good enough for a timeline battle. All he needed in this kit was iframe ignore in this new uniform. They refused to listen and give him iframe ignore. But a character like Anti-Man, who can't stay alive, can't do no damage, doesn't have the option to go to tier 4, they give him iframe. These devs are completely in La La Land, bro. Like, they're on a whole different level. They'll give iframe ignore to characters that have no chance of being usable, and a character that is just on the cusp of being good enough to actually do shit, they won't give them iframe ignore. Make it make sense, dog. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Y'all leave me your thoughts in the comments, man. I think this is a big L.